The episode opens with Kyoko giving us more information about the grave. It is a burial ground for the gift users, and vengeful spirits are sealed away here. If the seal were broken, the entire imperial capital would be at risk. Kyoko's colleague thinks aloud as to the purpose of the seal being opened. Kyoko believes in His Highness Takaito, who is a better judge of these things than they are. His colleague informs him that Takaito thinks his powers could be steadier, and they might know the reasons once he ascends the throne. While walking, they meet Kazushi Tatsuoshi, and Kyoko comments about his choice of formal wear while meeting the emperor. Kazushi introduces himself as the new head of the Tatsuoshi and apologizes for the trouble his family has caused him. Okaito feels the urgency to know more about who had unsealed the grave and wants more revelations from Takaito. He has a vision and tells them that a grave danger is approaching, and they all have to be careful. Kyoko believes that the threat is already on its way to the imperial capital. They all thank him and are leaving, but Takaito stops Kyoko. Takaito asks him about his engagement and tells him that Mio is interesting, but things will be difficult for him. Kyoko asks if he has seen a revelation through his vision, but Takaito does not answer. Mio is practicing hard to learn to be like a lady and preparing for the party with the help of Hazuki. Hazuki tells her that since Mio had little experience in terms of socializing, they would focus on working on that as she teaches her how to walk in a dress, which is different from walking in a kimono. Hazuki tells a fun story about Kyoko to make her laugh and tells her that while socializing, that should be her natural laugh and smile, and fork. She is happy she is learning many things from her, making her suitable for being with Kyoko. Kyoko is distracted as he knows Takaito knows what will happen to Mio, but Kyoko doesn't know how to help her. He looks at the file he had received about Shunichi's first wife and how she was related to the Usuba family. Kyoko knew that the Usuba family was considered a threat among all the magic families. They could see people's memories, read their minds, and enter their dreams when asleep. Kyoko wonders if Mio is linked to someone from the Usuba family, as she has consistent nightmares. Kyoko meets with Iwashimazu to find out if he has any leads about the Usuba family. He tells him that he had searched in every way, but there was no record of the family except for some rumors, and the only person who had used that last name was Sumi Usuba. He asks Iwashimazu to get any information on Sumi and search the entire capital for it. Mio had come a long way in learning how to be a lady. Hazuki suggests they go to town and test it out but asks Mio to tell her if she was ever stressed or felt the training was too much. Hazuki is angered as Kyoko had chosen work over Mio, but Mio tells her that he was working hard at his job and she was doing the same with her. Arata from the ministry visits Kyoko. Arata tells him that a group of people were found collapsed near the grave, but their intentions for unsealing the grave were unknown. Kyoko asks him why he is doing this since the ministry does not employ him, and Arata tells him he is a negotiator. Okaito has found one of the people who had collapsed and assumes he is cursed. He agreed to help them. Kyoko finds the area near the grave extremely quiet, which worries him. They see the skeletal beings surrounding them. Kyoko attacks the beings with fire, while Mio has a nightmare of being in a dark place with water and being grabbed by one of the skeletal beings. After Kyoko attacks, Mio wakes up sobbing. Mio is taken to town for training, and Yuri and Hazuki are with her. Hazuki takes Mio back home as she is looking pale. On the way back, Mio faints, but someone holds her, and she assumes it's Kyoko. She opens her eyes to see Arata. The episode ends with, he calls her, "My dear Mio," while holding her.
Miss Mio, isn't it? How do you do, my dear?